Hi. I know I'm crazy, but the idea that I'm supposed to go from crazy to, you know, fly or somewhat fly. So, yeah, I'm just going to wait 1 minute for some people to join and then we can start. I'm dancing to the song in my head. I do that a lot, actually. Like when I'm in a very good mood. Okay. Hi. Good evening. How was your day? It's supposed to be cold, but it's so hot tonight. I'm so hot. But anyways, how was your day? Where are you tuning in from? Anyways, let's just go straight into it. Sorry, I feel like I'm low key rambling. Okay, the reason why I think is because normally I have like my template and everything, but today, like I said in the group, it's going to be a practical session. So, you know, we're going to be doing my hair. That's why my hair looks like this. This is how it looks before we get into the meat of it. So, truth is, personally, I like easy stuff. I don't like too much drama. Simple, easy to do, easy to take down is my goal. I mean, at the end of the day, what do I say all the time? My name is Easy and I'm here to make your hair journey easy. I start by making mine easy. So, I hope you guys have caught up on the previous video. So, you guys would understand, like, I don't have to go through all the steps that I went through in that video. But I washed my hair yesterday, right? Yes, I washed my hair yesterday. So normally after I wash my hair, I keep them in like mostly braids, but yesterday I did twist because I was lazy. So I have taken out the some. I've taken out some of the twists. Actually, I changed some to braids because I felt like my hair wasn't drying fast enough. So the reason why I prefer twists over braids is because it's sorry, the reason why I prefer braids over twists is because it gives me better stretch. Braids give me better stretch than twists. And then somehow they just help moisture stay in for longer than twists. And it just help my hair feel like really nice and smooth and everything. So let me see if I can find the picture that of the style that I'm going to be recreating today. Um It's one of the styles on my thumbnail, but let me just find it. So you remember in the previous video, I told you guys that this is basically how you should start a style. If your hair isn't at this point where it's like freshly washed, stretched, and moisturized, then you should plan your routine and your hairstyle such that you already like you plan moisturizing and stretching into your routine. So say you have an outing to go Monday evening, right? You don't want to wait till Monday evening or Sunday morning, right? Tomorrow is Sunday morning, so good example. You don't want to wait till Sunday morning before you start doing your hair. that's where you're going to get frustrated. So you need to prep the hair, right? Probably Saturday during the day, moisturize the hair and put it in a stretch style, like twist or braid or just blow dry it, right? And then if you're now doing the hair on Sunday morning, then you know that, oh, okay, you're not having to deal with everything that is dry, fussy hair. Okay? Guys, please keep this in mind. It'll save you so much stress, it'll save you so much angst and anxiety and what have you. I just quickly want to look for the picture of what I'm going to be doing today. Okay, so I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Yeah, so this is the style that I'm going to be doing, but it's going to be a little bit different because this style I had braids in front and yeah, I had braids like that I twirled in the front, but I'm so sorry, I'm too lazy to do that this morning. Did I just say this morning? This evening. So what I'm going to do instead is that hi Ima, how you doing? So what I'm going to do instead of that, gosh, it's so hot. Guys, please give me a minute. I just need to Okay, I needed to get my fan. So what I'm going to do, right, instead of that twirling, for instance, I'll probably take out like two tiny bits and gel it. So I will show you guys how I achieve my defined gel style. Although I have done that before in a video, but like today we're talking and I think it's going to be easier for you to understand than all those videos where there are jump cuts. So please, as I'm doing this hairstyle, if you guys have any questions, just be asking me. Like if anything looks confusing, just be asking me. So, like I said before, we are working with soft stretch, semi-stretch. I didn't really get a very good stretch because, like I said, I did twist. And guess what? My hair is still wet. No purse, see here, my hair is still wet, but we can still work with it like that. We have like it is semi decent stretch because the style stretches it a bit. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm talking too much. Okay. So with a style like this, right? We already get that the base of the style is that it's a slick back style. Okay. So hello Favor, how are you? How was your day? Good evening. Thank you for joining in. So, like I said, I'm going to take out the two curly ones that are going to come to the front. It's so weird doing this with like a YouTube camera instead of like a normal mirror. I, I, I guess I think I need to get a mirror. I don't know that I'll be able to do this. So just give me a minute. Okay, so I got the mirror now. Everything makes sense. Okay, so I'm taking out front section, front section. To be honest, I usually use my hands. But like, I mean, if you want to, be extra, you can go in with this one. But to be honest, I use my hands. And this section of hair is looking big. Oh, it's looking, nah, that's not right. But okay, let's just leave this. Let's just leave this out. Okay. So typically when I need to hold my hair in a place, I always use these guys. I prefer them to the other one. Okay, so I'm just trying to like fluff my hair. I don't know if you guys can see that because, like I said, they were in sections. So I'm trying to fluff them so that the whole thing can lay flat, right? So that it looks nice. Okay. Okay, nice to know your day was fine. Figure. I'm fine. Oh, it's just I'm super hot. I don't know why I'm so hot and sweaty, but other than that, I'm actually good. So next thing I do, right? This is so awkward when I'm doing it live. The next thing I do is I just like spritz a little water because of what is about to come next. Although my hair doesn't need this water today, oh, but I'm just still adding the water because see how it easily slicks back because, like I said, my hair is moisturized and everything, so it doesn't really need the water today. But the other days when the hair is like fully dry, and it definitely needs the water. Okay, so guys, you need this, especially for those of you that have edges that refuse to stay down. You need this guy. I mean, I don't think your edges will ever be perfect, right? It's something you have to accept, but you still need the brush to set the edges. Okay, so I'm going in with conditioner. I always go in with conditioner. And once I do that, because it helps to slick my edges, just like that. So since we're doing this, right, I don't want the times when I'm not saying anything to be like super quiet. So I'm going to be asking you guys questions to like engage you guys. Okay. So have any of you guys seen that new movie, Mirrors and Reflections? So I'm using this edge control. Uh, I got it from a salon close to me. It's okay. Its hold isn't so bad, but like I'm not a fan of the white cast that it leaves. So yeah, that's my and it doesn't really give me like a very great the curling effect. It doesn't really give a very great curling effect. Um, but still on still, we still use it. We have to work with what we have, right? But it's not bad though. I mean, I'm using it though, so it's manageable. Plus, was I going to let my money waste? No. So I was saying, that movie, that Bimbo's new movie. Have any of you guys seen it? Mirrors and Reflections. Have any of you guys seen it? And if you have, what did you think about the movie? So personally, yeah, I was watching that movie. Okay, so this part, oh my goodness, sorry, I was talking about movie. This part is so important. I always have wool on hand and I take like a long, stretchy. Uh, okay, there's this. I always have this on hand as a natural hair girly, especially if you have thick hair. Besties. So yeah, this is the guy I've been using recently. I reuse it and it lasts me a very long time. So just get you some wool. So what I do is I make sure it's really long. Okay. Favor, you've watched the movie, Abby. What did you think about the movie? So I make sure it's really long, like this, and then I crisscross it at the back, like that. Okay. I make sure it's tight, like tight. You need to feel your brain going in to the ponytail. Yeah, but seriously though. So I slowly just like drag it. I don't know how to explain this part though, but yeah, I just slowly drag it. Drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it. Can you guys see? Until we get to the end. So yeah, I don't tie it. I just make sure it's like super tight. That's that's the trick. But I don't tie it. The reason why I don't tie it is because you're actually not supposed to let your ponytails be too tight because it's not good for your edges. And personally, for me, I always have headaches. So because of that, I um I like to not have it tied. I just rub I just rub it around so that if it gets too tight when I'm out and about, I can just like slowly lose it, if that makes any sense. So yeah. So I'm just going to make sure it goes around like this. And then this one goes the other way. So I would have probably gotten a better slick. I don't know if I should do it again. But if my hair was more stretched than this, I would have gotten a better slick. Like hair would have been flatter. But I'll take this. So you see what I was saying with the gel, like the hold is just mid, doesn't really give like a very strong hold. But scarf always makes that better. Okay. So I'm just going in again with some edge control. Okay. Then I'm going to brush until it's sleek like a baby's bum. Guys, I'm not really a fan of. See, hmm. I was watching that movie and I was like, eh, hey. I like, okay, I have to do this again. I don't like how there's a bump here and it's not supposed to be like that. I didn't like that scene, oh. I'm like, what's going on here? Hey, hey, hey. What do you mean? What do you mean you? I remember their names. Ifedayo and Ifeoluwa. I just, I thought, I'm so sorry, but if Ifedayo was too much, she was too weak, and I feel like that's eventually what resulted in her death. Like, it's not cool, oh, but haba, 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 haba. Like, why are you letting your drunk sister drive when you didn't drink? Because you don't have a spine? I don't get. And then I was like, I get the whole point of the movie, which is the fact that, oh, okay, Ifeoluwa learned to face her fears, but living her sister's life, it's almost like it's almost like she low-key killed her sister and then she now went to impersonate. I swear that movie could have very much been a villain movie. Just just one scene, right, where Ifedaya looks in the mirror and gives like a badass smile, like that smile that you know that yes, I had this plan all along. That's literally all it needed for it to become a villain movie. Because what? That was that was just it was very, 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 very I was not okay with that chat. And I felt like it was passing some sort of message that please somebody tell me why. I swear this doesn't happen to me normally. Oh. Okay, I think there's a little bit of a bump there. So let me just it was lucky giving, you make bad decisions and then you kind of get blessed for it. That's why I was giving. And I was not a big fan of that because, people would want to excuse bad behavior as a result. And I wish they had shown more of Han and mom like making up because I really was not a fan of how the mother was acting after Ifedayo died because I mean the other girl there is your daughter. I get it's trauma and everything, but that was somehow for me, sha. And then their looks, not their looks actually. I'm so sorry, but it was only Bimbo's looks that like Bimbo's looks eight in that movie. In fact, I was on her page today, like just looking at everything again. And like, that girl is a fashion icon. Okay, yes. So this is how it's supposed to look. Oh, it's slick ponytail for a reason. Okay, this feels better. So, because I've taken some time to redo this part, I'm going to add some gel to my edges again and brush it in. Okay, and then uh, just do a little bit of soup de doop. Yeah, like that. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our scarf. So this part, right, is very, very, very important. And the reason is that you need to give this scarf time to like let the gel dry a little bit so that the style sets and then it stays like this all throughout the day. So when you put your scarf in, like you shouldn't do the complete hairstyle before you put your scarf in. You should wait. Okay? You should do it halfway where you've gotten the slip part. Tie it, then continue with the other part. Okay. So now you guys remember I put the band to hold the back of the hair because my hair is plenty. I wouldn't be able to hold it if I didn't use this one. So the real style begins. Now we have these rubber bands. That's what I used to achieve this look. Okay, so this one was a bit, I wouldn't say difficult too, but it was hard for me when I did it the first time because I could not see it. So I was just winging it and oh no, oh no, oh no. Something just happened right now. Um, I promise you, this does not happen on a normal day. Unless maybe sometimes, maybe I should stop talking and just focus. Maybe that will help. Okay, it loosed, so I have to do it again. It doesn't take me this much time to do this normally. Oh. Now I have an audience. All of a sudden, okay. But technically, this is kind of like a downside of doing this wool thing because you're not like tying it. You know, the potential of this happening is like super high. But if your hair is thick enough, you can do this. Now, I actually feel bad because I just realized that not everybody's hair is as thick. I think the reason why this works for me is because my hair is thick. And if your hair isn't so thick, it won't really hold like that. I think I have to try this on someone's hair that isn't so thick so that like I can give you guys a trick for that. I never thought about this. I'm so sorry for being lucky, like not seeing that lucky. Okay, so I'm still going to use the rubber band because I don't want to take any chances. But I'm going to hold it here. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the fact that my hair isn't so stretchy, but it will be okay. Ah, this is so chaotic. Ouch, 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 ouch. That hurt. This band is so tight. I don't know if it's going to. It's too tight. It's not going to go round. Okay, so from here, we're just going to keep put rubber bands. Okay, so like I said, I couldn't really see it, so but I was just eyeballing it, like feeling for how much space it would need and stuff like that. So I'm basically going to do same here. And then another thing you're going to need to do, I think I should turn to the side so you guys can see better, is that you're going to have to um be pulling your hair so that you get like a nice stretch out of it. Especially if your hair is not like fully stretched like mine is right now. So that you get like an elongated. But then if your hair is shorter, right? You can always use kinky. But when you're using kinky, you won't be able to do this wool version of things, right? But um okay, I guess this is a video idea. But you won't be able to use this bowl version of things. But you just create a ponytail and then use the kinky to do the bubbles, if that makes any sense. Okay. Guys, I hope you're seeing